Hello and welcome to All Aboard Resin Creations. Today I thought I'd make this cute little jar, and I think I got this mould from Temu, but I'll double check and then I'll put the items in the description what I use. So we're going to be using that, and we're going to be using Resin Crete today, water-based eco resin, which is a mixture of powder to water, and it's 100 grams powder to 30 grams of water. So we're going to start by adding some water, and I think I'm going to make, I haven't done a water test, so I'm going to use 300 grams of powder, so I want 90 grams of water. Right, so now we're going to add 300 grams of the eco resin. Get the spoon the right way, might help. So we're going to pop that in there. Hopefully I've used a big enough pot. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. So that's nearly the powder added. I'm not sure to do like, I'm tempted to do like a marble effect, but then I might change my mind. I'm not sure. I might just do like it's solid. I don't know. We'll decide when we get there. So I'm going to get this nicely mixed up now. This does mix in like really well, and it's like a lovely white colour. So I think I've got two colours, and I've got Cinnamon by Homeware Designs, and I've also got Holly Green from Homeware Designs Pigments. So the lid, I think I want to do the lid just in the cinnamon, and then I might do a marble with the two for the actual base. So that's all stirred in nicely now. So I'm going to separate some of this for the lid. Just put a small amount in there. And then I'm going to add, now shall I do the lid first? Yeah, I'll do the lid first because that's a solid colour. So I'm going to add a few drops of the cinnamon into here, and then give that a stir in. So hopefully this will look like a sort of cork lid, that sort of colour effect. So we get that stirred. It's a nice colour, so we'll get that in here. Hopefully we've got enough. Yep, that's okay. We'll pop that to one side. Give the table a little bash. Get those air bubbles up. Give it a little shimmy and a shake. And then we'll leave that to one side. Slide him over there. And then we get on with the main jar. So, do we do it marbly with the two, or do we do it just one colour? Right, so the Holly Green, let's do it marbly, shall we? So we're going to put a few drops in there of the green, and then we're going to add a few drops of the cinnamon. And then we're going to give that, let's get a smaller stick, going to give that a little swirl around. get that poured into this jar mould. So I'll start by, oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Oh, I like that. So we'll just put a little bit in the bottom first. Give that a shimmy and a shake. And give it a squeeze around the bottom to get any air bubbles to come up. Then we'll add a bit more, top him up. Hopefully I've made enough. Not sure if I have. No, I don't think I have. So I might need to make up just a fraction more. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water in here. It's not going to take a lot. Tiny bit of water. And then we'll add a scoop of Resin Crete. Give that a mix up. And we'll add this to it. Hopefully that'll be enough. Scrape around the sides. The colour in the pot has now given it a little bit of marbling. So we'll get that in there now. Hopefully we've got enough now. Should be okay, I think. Give the pot a good shake. Well, not a shake, a scrape. And then give the pot a shake. Let's see if I can just squeeze out a little bit more out of this out the bottom. Put that in there. The last little bits out. And then we'll leave that to cure. So I'm going to leave this, it says 30-minute demold on the bag, but I'm going to leave it probably for a couple of hours, and then we'll be back for demold. So see you in a little while. These have both cured up now, so let's get them out the moulds and see how they're looking. I'm just going to peel this one back. So that's the little lid stopper. And then see how this pot's turned out. Just roll it back and then just going to roll this mould up over this little lip here. Be careful with that bit. Give it a squeeze and then pop that back in the right way. Right, so let's have a look. That's turned out quite nice, isn't it? And then we've got our little stopper that goes in the top like that. Pretty little jar. What do you think? Do you think it needs a little bit extra, or I think what I might do is we're going to leave this to dry overnight, and then we'll put a top coat on here of UV resin, and then maybe a little charm in the middle. So we'll leave this to dry overnight, and then we can give it a nice seal with some wax, and then finish it off with a little charm. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, these have all dried out lovely now, so I thought we'd give this little stopper a top coat with UV resin and then pop a little charm on top of there. So I'm using, whoopsie daisies, I'm using JDiction hard type UV resin. So I'm just going to squidge a bit onto there. Why is that not coming out? Is this a new bottle? Oh, it is a new bottle. Right, hold on. Let me see if I've got another one in here. Yes. See if we've got a little bit left in this one. So try that again. It's still the same. UV resin. I'm going to squeeze a blob onto there. And then we're going to just push this out to the side of the stopper. And then we'll place the little gem in the middle, or charm, whatever you call them. And then we're going to give it a cure under the Let's Resin lamp. So we're just flicking this resin over towards the edges. And then we're going to just pop any bubbles that are there with a long neck lighter. And then pop our little charm in the middle. Push that down a little bit, get it centered. And then we're going to pop that under the lamp. Put that on for 3 minutes. And then while that's doing that, we can just get the lids back on there. We can give this a seal with some wax. So I'm going to be using Clark's Stone and Concrete wax. This will give this a nice finish. So I'm just going to take a cloth, get some on the cloth there, and then give this a wipe. Oh, got a bit of dog hair there. Give this a wipe all the way around, and then that brings a nice shine out to the UK pour. Go around all around the tops. Give it a good buff, and then we're going to go inside as well. And then get a drier bit of the cloth and then give it a little bit of a buff. And then that's given that a lovely shine to it. Bringing out a few more of the colours in there now as well, look. So that looks nice. And then we can give the bottom a bit of a wax as well. Buff that up. And then we're just going to wait for the UV resin to cure. And then we'll be back in a minute. So that's our little top stopper cured now. So we're just going to do the same with the rest of this and give it a buff with the wax. What do you want, Mishka? Cheeky girl. And then I'll do some pictures for you to take a look at the end. So thank you ever so much for watching. And then that's our little pot not finished. So, see you all again in the next one. Bye for now.
Welcome to my floating workshop. All aboard Resin Creations, where dreams and colors never stop. Dive deep into imaginations. Pour the mixture, let it cure. Crafting magic in the sunlight. Every shade so pure and sure, glowing bright into the night.